Hello everybody and welcome back to the Vine Journey 2. In the previous episode, we ended off by getting these Tinker workstations. However, in today's episode, we're going to be planning to finish this entire chapter, and if we get enough done, this chapter as well. So, to start off today's video, I would like to get a Tinker Smeltery for two reasons. One, so that we can start doubling our ores, and second is so that we can get the ability to alloy ores and make stuff like this Alumite Pickaxe head that's over here that we get a little bit later on. So before we can even make a Tinker Smeltery, we are first going to be needing clay, gravel, and sand. So now that we have all of this, the next thing that we're going to be making is some grout. This is simply done with clay, gravel, and sand in a crafting table. Now that we've made some of our grout, the next thing that we're going to do is start smelting it into these seared bricks. After waiting a good amount of time for the furnaces to be done, we get our seared bricks. Now that we have our seared bricks, we're going to begin working on our Tinker Smeltery. To start, we're going to be needing to craft these special blocks that we need for the smeltery. That being the seared tank, smeltery controller, casting table, casting basin, and finally a sear drain and faucet. To start, we're gonna work on the smelter controller. This is just some sear bricks and a block of redstone in the middle, but I just realized that we don't actually have any redstone. So it sounds like I need to go mining. Or not, because when I checked the Uber Gaming Montage.mp4, it had no sound. Moving on though, we do in fact have the red dust that we were searching for. And using our redstone, we now have our smelter controller. Now I'm just gonna gloss over getting the rest of the main blocks, as things would get quite repetitive if I did the same exact thing I did for the smelter controller. So starting off, we made a seared tank, which is the block that stores our fuel for the Tinker Smeltery, our fuel being some lava. Next, I made a casting table, as well as a casting basin, so that we can cast our ores into blocks and ingots, as well as some weapon casts. So now for the last things, I made a seared faucet and a seared drain. Now we are done with all the main blocks that we need, and can finally build our smeltery. So now that we have finished building our Tinker Smeltery, we need some fuel for it. Luckily, we do have a lava pool nearby, but while we're at it, I figure we may as well do this quest and get a portable tank so that we can have it filled with lava, so we won't have to do this back and forth thing. So to make the portal tank, it's just some copper plates as well as a redstone servo, as well as some lapis and glass, which is all very easy to get. So there is our portable tank. Now we just need to simply fill it up with lava, and once it's full, upon picking it up, we get our quests. And now we'll place it here and fill up our seared tanks. So now the smeltery is fully working and we can start doubling our ores. But to further our ore doubling endeavors, the quest gives us some item conduits, which we can hook up to our casting table and our casting basin to auto output into this chest. The quest book also gives us a timer and some redstone wire, so that we can use it like this to make sure that any molten metal that's in our Tinker Smeltery will automatically start pouring into our casting table and casting basin to make our ingots and blocks. But putting all that aside, next we're going to be needing to make a Alumite Pickaxe head, which can simply be done by getting a pickaxe head cast and making some molten alumite. We make molten alumite by alloying some molten aluminium, iron, and some obsidian. So for making our pickaxe head cast using some gold and a pickaxe head, I went ahead and gathered all the resources that we would be using to make molten alumite. And after it's done alloying, we can cast it and get our alumite pickaxe head. The rest of the alumite is just going to be turned into some blocks. So next, the quest book is going to want us to mine 120 obsidian. But before we do any of that, we're going to finish making our Alumite Pickaxe, because earlier in the questline, it gave us some cactus binding, as well as a bronze tool rod, and a flint shovel head. But we're not going to use the flint shovel head. We're instead going to go over to our little Tinker stations over here, go to the tool station, and use all of this to make our Alumite Pickaxe head. And the mining level for this thing is cobalt, which is actually above diamonds. So we're going to make that, and then go back to the thing, put our Alumite Pickaxe in there, and add some diamonds to it to increase its durability by a lot. Then we're going to grab some of our lapis and then do the same exact thing as we did with the diamonds and do that. And now this pickaxe has a thing called luck, which what it does is that say we're mining something like coal, there's a chance that we get fortune on our pickaxe, therefore giving more coal. But we're not done yet. We're again going to go back over here, and then this time we're going to add some emeralds. Where's emeralds? There it is. To our pickaxe, and that's basically just enhance the durability by a lot, which is nice. But now we can't really add anything else. So that's it for mid-maxing our pickaxe. Now we're finally gonna go ahead and get the obsidian that we need. The hell? Well, that didn't go as planned. Okay, so I think I get what happened now. So, when I was mining the obsidian, I had water over, so, all the lava below us would, not kill the obsidian, so we keep the obsidian, that type of shit, But what happened is, somehow we ended up falling below the lava, so the water froze the obsidian over us, and kind of trapped us in there. To be honest, I don't really know why that happened, but so it appears I finally found the location of all my stuff after that happened. So it should be just as simple as picking up my stuff, and then we'll be good, hopefully. Alright, so it worked out fine. Bruh, we're one obsidian short from the quest. Alright, now, if that stuff doesn't happen again, we should be good to mine up our obsidian and finish our quest. That was way more of a hassle than I thought it was gonna be. Now, going back to our base, we are going to make a EXP tank. So there's our EXP drain, and there's our EXP tanks, as well as our quest. I forgot most of these are non-stackable, so we have a very full inventory by now, and the quest just gives a bunch of EXP. So I decided to put the EXP drain here for now. Now what this does is basically just going to take all of our levels, and then just put them into here as liquefied experience. And if we ever need the experience, we can go down there and then just right click to get experience back. So that's that done. Now I decided, since I've just been running around and nothing for the entire video, that we should probably get some armor now. And in the quest, there's a perfect set of obsidian armor that we can craft. Now that we're in our new armor, I still don't really feel safe enough, dangerous mobs in this mod pack, That's why we're gonna be getting a diamond reinforced shield, which is just some 4 diamonds, and then this, which is just some wood. So, there is our diamond reinforced shield. Now the last thing that we're going to be doing in this entire chapter is going to be getting a epic backpack, which is some alumite ingots, alumite block, diamond block, and then this tree leather, which is, honestly, I hate this craft, honestly, but it's just some any container with water, leather, lime dye, and then some flint. So I painstakingly gathered all of the materials to make the 4 pieces of tree leather that we need. Tips for anybody who's doing this: use a portable tank with water. It's just way easier. But now we finally have our epic backpack. More like your mom's purse, like, look at how big this is. You can also put the backpack in your baubles slot, and you can set a keybind to open it. Mine is Control Y. As you can see, it works. Now, next thing that you usually do in this mod pack is start with Totemic. But honestly, I still have other things to do. Who cares about Totemic, right? So I've been thinking, right? I don't really have a sword or anything, right? An ordinary thing wouldn't suffice to kill such plebeian monsters, So we're instead going to get the fancy sword, which is a rapier. And to do that, we're going to start with getting the fanciest version of our tool station, which is a tool forge. Look at how fancy this thing is. This is what I really wanted to craft. It's a laser gun, yes. But we're too broke right now, so we just have to settle with a rapier. To make our rapier, we of course have to use the most pristine available materials, right? We can't really be cheap when, it comes to rapiers, You have to use all of your stuff. Then I quickly realized that we can't really make any good ones like the Superium one. So after looking at this for probably too much time, I decided what I'm going to use as the parts, which is a emerald sword blade, silver tool rod, and finally a silver crossguard. And now I just combine all of these inside of our tool forge, and we get our emerald rapier. Just like with our pickaxe, we can add a diamond to our emerald rapier, which makes its durability honestly way better, as well as its attack. Like, look at this, 4.4 from 3.89. Pretty good. But you know we ain't stopping there. You got the double emerald, just raising its durability by like 500, There is also another way that we can make our emerald rapier even better, but unfortunately it needs some quartz, which we can't actually unlock yet. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. The rapier does decently fine by itself. I know spiders can drop cobwebs though. How about you, skeleton? You didn't drop anything? Got absolutely destroyed, I'm gonna lie. Yeah, these guys don't really stand a chance against my rapier, I'm gonna be honest. I hear a skeleton. It also has a special ability called running away very slowly. Works though. It works though, you know. Skeleton doesn't see me moving half a block with my right click ability. But you know, our rapier proves to be very useful. Why do we have water breathing? That's just the natural effect of the rapier, you know, honestly. But we should probably move on to Totemic now. But before we do that, one thing. We're about 11 minutes into the video, right? And honestly, if you're still watching and haven't subscribed, honestly, that would be insane. So hit the subscribe button down below. Helps a lot, you know. But getting back to the video, let's go and get into Totemic by starting to craft the totem whittling knife. This is just some iron, copper, and acacia wood, as well as double compressed obsidian, which is 120 obsidian, I'm pretty sure. Luckily, I did gather some obsidian earlier for this. So there's our double compressed obsidian. And there's our totem whittling knife. As well as our quest. And we also get a nice trophy that I'm never going to look at, so it's gonna go right there. So now we can finally leave this chapter behind and go to the second chapter of the mod pack, which is just a checkbox task to start, and it gives us a Akashic tome, which what it does, it allows us to keep all of our, say, materials and Totempia, those type of books, just all in here, which is nice. But next, the quest book wants us to craft some totemist drums, which is some tree leather. Again, I despise this. I hate this with all of my being. And also some copper blocks, as well as some wood. So I made some copper blocks with the help of the Smeltery, then helped deforestation a bit. So now we can make 3 totemist drums. And yeah, that's right, I hate tree leather so much I didn't even include it into the video. Me making that shit. Anyway, there is our 3 totemist drums, as well as our quest. And for the quest reward, honestly, this quest reward is just honestly terrible. So we ain't gonna look at that, you know. But in the meantime, we need to set up a place to put our totem pole so that we can actually do stuff with Totemic. Because if we ain't have no totem pole, then like, what's the point? There ain't no ooga boo game, you know. After like to set up our totem pole, we have to place 3 wood like this, use our totem whittling knife to make the totem base, then select it again to make these heads. What the heads does is basically just gives us a permanent effect while we're nearby the totem pole. There is a way that you can carry this with you around, but I feel like doing all that, you know. I already have my, where is it? My emerald rapier, you know. Where I got like fucking strength 2, fire resistance, absorption with this thing. Alright, I don't need anything else to be honest, you know. But now that we have our totem pole set up, we can simply put our totem drums right there. And we can now play the drums, something I've never done in real life. But moving on, because music is boring, we're going to get a jingle dress, which basically what this does is, it just jingles around, you know, if you move, it plays music, you know. It's like worse than a phone, like honestly, bro, like a phone, Spotify, easy music, you know. And you know, guys, this is another thing, right? With this treated leather, you know, honestly, it's annoying because I need leather for it, one thing, right? And for some reason, no mobs spawn on this island. Like, I don't know why. I have to go like all the way over to the magical forest over there to spawn mobs. It's like only like hostile mobs spawn here. It's like, what the hell? But anyway, I have finally found some cows. Get wrecked, noob. Oh my god, it's Cow Island over there. And over here. Die. You think you can run from me? Get destroyed. Gosh, I am so good at killing animals in Minecraft. But anyway, that's all the luck that we'll be needing. Not again. I ain't even gonna lie, that time was completely my fault. Nothing really happened in the game. I just accidentally fell in lava. Ah, get away from me. Foul beast. Walks like a fish. Let's go. Yeah, this is why I fell down, by the way. You can't exactly blame me for this. There's literally no way of knowing that was there. But anyhow, I have successfully acquired my stuff. But anyhow, there is our jingle dress and our quest. Next we need to craft a totemic staff, which is some bronze, gold, and tin, as well as some leaves, of course. So there is our totemic staff, along with our quest. Next we're going to be making a flute. Crafting recipe very simple, it's just some wood, leaf, and some silver, which is all easy to get. So there is our flute, along with the quest. So next we need to perform the Rite of Spring ceremony in order to get some red cedar saplings. Basically we're just gonna have to place some normal saplings down, do the ceremony, and then they'll all turn to red cedar saplings. So we can just go over here, place some saplings around, hope they don't turn to trees while we're doing this. Put the jingle dress on, get our flute ready, then shift right click the flute, then shift right click the drums to start the ceremony. Now we just have to just kind of spam click for a few seconds and it's done. So now we can have our red cedar saplings along with our quest. Now the next thing that we're going to be needing to do is get some wind chimes. This is simply using some red cedar wood, iron rods, string, and then some copper, so not really too much stuff. So there's our 3 wind chimes that we need for the quest. So next we're going to be needing to perform the buffalo dance ritual by first getting some cows, then shift clicking the totem drum, and then shift clicking the windmills, and now it starts the buffalo dance ritual. So all we have to do is again just spam click our way to victory, and in a few seconds, now we have our buffalo and have to wait 20 minutes, 20 real life minutes for them to grow, or we can just use some wheat to make them grow. So now it takes 15 minutes for them to grow. I'll come back to you guys once you guys are fully grown. So it seems our buffalo has finally grown up, and we can finally kill one of them. Unfortunately, we didn't get all of the stuff that we need for the quest. Because I'm feeling impatient right now, I may as well just kill the other one. Unfortunately, it didn't drop the thing that we need. But in the meantime, while we're waiting for our wheat to grow so that we can kill the other buffalo, we can use the buffalo hide that we already have to finally make ourselves a bed. Though there's no quest for this, it's really nice to have one. So, our buffalo has fully grown now. Hopefully we have some luck with this one. And somehow we still didn't get the thing that we need. Bruh. So since we killed 3 buffalo and still haven't gotten a buffalo tooth, I don't really feel like waiting 20 minutes. One reason because that's a long ass time, I don't really have much time. And second is I really don't really have that much time to finish this video up. So what I'm going to do instead is we're gonna stop all of our totemic progress for the rest of the video. And we're gonna instead work on something a bit different, which is our base. We're gonna start with our main little pocket area right here. We're gonna make this pretty big. Probably do something with the wall, ceiling, and floor though. So I'll catch you guys once I've decided what I want to do. So it's been like 20 minutes later, and I dig out the area that we'll be using for the rest of our base. So I went with the cobblestone, the red bricks variant from Chisel, as the ceiling design. For the walls design, I don't really know yet. But for the floors, I have an idea that we should use some juniper planks as the flooring. I'm gonna go test it out, see if it works, but I'll see you in a few minutes. So I was gonna continue filling out this floor and then record once I was done, but I am out of the juniper planks, and I'm also out of time to record on this video. But also, while I was making this video, one of my friends, Daum, decided that my video has to be 20 minutes long or else I'm legally unable to upload the video. Now, I think we're at like 18 minutes 30 seconds into the video, but he doesn't know my trap card. Long outro. So, I'll see you guys next video, probably coming out next week or something. I recorded this entire video in like 2 days or something. So hit that subscribe button, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next episode of The Vine Journey 2.